holy fuck. I don't know what happened, but shit like this always happened to me. So essentially, in the last 5 years at Lemlist, we grew from 0 to $6 million in annual recurring revenue, and we use cold emails a lot. I also had an agency in the past where I helped companies get millions of dollars revenue using this type of approaches. So it's been more than 5 years since I've been testing all these approaches when it's come to acquiring customers at scale. So we decided to start a live event for people to get inspired, learn a bit of techniques, and then start selling our trainings to everyone live. It's 8 p.m. I'm currently in the office with Roxy and we're working on the slide in order to finish the presentation and make the greatest event so far. We announced it a week ago and we already have more than 3,000 people who have registered. I'm so pumped, super excited, a bit stressed as well, but it's gonna be amazing. Actually, I've got still quite a lot of things to do. Il y a des gens chelous dans la rue. It's late, I don't really have a lot of time to eat, so usually here's a typical recipe that I love to eat when I'm gonna work late. Désolé, ça va prendre un peu de temps. Bagel, tomato soup, you can eat that within 5 minutes and then I can go back to work. We've actually just upgraded our Zoom account. We paid almost €1,000 more in order to be able to have everyone joining the webinar, so it's got to be exciting. It's 24 hours before the event and I'm currently in our studio. So we're gonna do like a quick test. It's basically like how the setup looks like from my view. You never know what can happen during a webinar, so we wanted to make sure that everything was smooth. So we're testing this type of things. That's it. Initially, we wanted to do something super professional and Erwan had set up like a really nice camera, but actually it didn't work out as we expected. So we're just gonna use the camera of the computer, so it should do the trick. There is a bit of pressure regarding to the webinar tonight. So doing this 5-minute workout, it's just gonna put me at a high level performance with a lot of energy for the day. Check the total number of attendees for tonight and see how much pressure I'm gonna get. All right, 4,300 people. I realized that I need to shave my little mustache. Chic et coiffant.
Qu'est-ce qu'on attend là? Ah, c'est le backstage.
Faudrait trouver plus de questions.
Est-ce que je dégaine le pain? Voilà, oh les gars.
C'est le bébé.
Voilà,
Il reste 8 minutes.
Tu gardes le petit foulard du Michigan ou...
De ouf.
Après on termine par une claquette dans le dos.
Autant que ta tête.
Let's go. C'est l'heure d'aller acheter une galette. Ok. Bruno, tu seras là?
S'il y a besoin, ouais.
Copy paste me further, I'm gonna give you. But if you're targeting and skyrocket, you translate the goals. There is a new VP sales in it. So I'm gonna do something special for you. Hey, Lemlisters! It's been 12 hours since the webinar launch. It was really crazy last night. I wanted to debrief just after the webinar, but actually I got super busy and I got a little welcome from the team just after the webinar. I had very few energy left, so I'm gonna go back into the studio in order to debrief of what happened last night and also all are fucked up because there were a lot. It's going to be super dark and then boom, boom. Okay. When we launched the Zoom, I started seeing people, so 400, 500, 600, 700, my hands starting shaking a bit, you know, I felt the energy of all the people joining, and after 5 minutes there were like 2,200 people on the live. And the Zoom was even lagging because of too many people actually commenting. Okay, so things are going extremely fast. I see a lot of founders, I see a lot of people working in sales, and there are also a lot of people. It made me realize, holy fuck, there is so many people right now in front of their computer, and I was at the same time recording the entire webinar just to make sure that we can republish it. Whenever I was trying to switch the slides, so from the one to the next, sometimes it was lagging. Sorry about that, because there is a little delay in the slides, which I don't know what happened. Technical shit. But shit like this always happened to me for some reason. Another like fuck up that happened is that the idea of that webinar was to basically create an entire webinar packed with value, and at the end, basically offer an exclusive offer with our masterclass. Once the webinar got live, the link to the purchase page kind of leaked on Zoom. I really don't know how this happened, but essentially people started buying the masterclass at the beginning of the event, while actually I wanted to keep this as a surprise, and it kind of ruined the effect. When I saw the spammer starting like to message, I was like, who the f is that mother? You know, like whenever you do things in public, you'll always have haters, and I think that's fine. But in the chat, whenever we were announcing something that brings a lot of value, I was a bit pissed. But then, you know, I was like, okay, that's fine. I started like seeing a lot of notifications. I had actually Roxana sitting just there. Like there is like a little like a couch over there. So she was sitting there and updating me on the numbers. Let me check on Slack. They're telling me to check this. So here on my phone, it's all the people that I've actually purchased. I was doing both things at the same time. It felt really, really amazing and crazy, really crazy in the end. I did something crazy. So for the first 50 people who would buy the course, I would spend 30 minutes with them, one-on-one, coaching them on their strategy. But the things, it went so well and people were buying it so quickly that I think we sold maybe like 50 course in like 2 minutes or something. So people were like, what's the number? And I was like, yeah, it's done, it's gone, it's over. And then they were like, push it to 100, push it to 100. So I was like, yeah, okay, let's do it. Let's push this to 100 people. So let's go. Let's do this for now. You guys are driving me crazy. You want me to burn out, really. And then afterwards, I realized like, okay, half an hour with 100 people, that's 50 hours. Okay, fuck Guillaume, what have you done? Let's go check the numbers and check how many customers have actually purchased the course now. We have 340 people who actually bought the masterclass. So the masterclass was at 297 times and 40. Oh putain, je vais péter un câble. Alors, 297 times 340. That's a total of more than $100,000, and it's only been 12 hours. I was really curious, so please let me know in the comments, would you be interested if I would tear up the entire strategy we used at Lemlist to build this webinar, have so many signups, and generate right now basically like $100,000 with one webinar of 1 hour? Make sure to click on subscribe and on the notification so we can finally become best friends. Take care, guys.
Smooth as a baby.
So, wore socks.
Le toaster saute.